Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rebecca Louise of Rebecca Louise Knits and you're watching the RLK podcast. In this podcast I talk about what I've been making, whether that be knitting, crochet and maybe some spinning. I also talk about the yarns that I like to use and all things fibre, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a few things that I've been making over the past few weeks. This video is coming out late. I apologise. I do like to keep it to 4 weeks and I think I've gone to nearly 6 now. Unfortunately, I was unwell. I had a really bad cold, but I'm getting over it and I'm getting back to normal, and hopefully, yeah, I'll get back to normal and I'll be fine again. It's thrown off my sleep routine, which has not been great, I'll be honest, and I've been feeling really tired and experience a lot of fatigue, but I'm getting back to normal and that's what matters. So we're gonna have finished objects, works in progress, and then some acquisitions, and I do have a lot to show. I have a lot more works in progress than I thought I did, and I don't know how I didn't realise that, but there we go. So first up, I'm going to start with my finished objects. Okay, so it's very little and thin. It's my skinny scarf. I'll zoom in. There we go. This is the absolutely lovely Alpakka Wool by Sandnes Garn, and it is in the colour dark grey Melange. And yeah, this is the whole whole skein. I didn't swatch because I thought there wasn't any point. I was going to make a skinny scarf. That's all I was going to do, and that is what I did. I didn't do anything dramatic. I just cast on, I think, 14 stitches and then worked in stockinette until the yarn was finished and I had enough to cast off. That's what I did. It's lovely, it's fun. I think I bring it out sort of springtime as a scarf. We are obviously, if you're here in the UK or basically anywhere in Europe, we are experiencing very warm temperatures, and so even though this is very skinny, it's still alpaca, it's still very rustic and warm. Well, I think it's rustic from the merino, because the yarn is 60% alpaca, 40% merino wool, so it does have a woolly feel, but it is also really soft. I would recommend the yarn. I loved working with it. It was a lot of fun. I'm not sure how many colours they have in the range though. I will have to look if I use it again, because although I love the feel of it, I would like some more fun colours. I keep buying grey yarn and I don't know why. Because I love, like, grey's lovely and it's nice, but I feel like I'm being drawn to a lot more brighter colours. As you'll see from my works in progress, a lot of bright colours. So yeah, I need to stop buying grey yarn and buy more fun colours. But yeah, lovely yarn, lovely little scarf. Like I said though, I can't really wear it now, and I don't think it'll make the cut for autumn and winter because it's so small. But yeah, love finishing. It was a lovely quick project. I did finish it in a few days, so that was really nice. Okay, next up I have an alteration. So I mentioned earlier, I think I've mentioned in some videos, that I wanted to adjust the sleeves on my Busan sweater, and I did do it. If you've been following me on Instagram, you might have seen I did a couple of reels. I did part 1 and part 2 because I didn't expect the footage to go so long, but it went to like a whole 5 minutes. So I did split it in 2. I don't know if you've seen those, thank you for watching, but so basically I have made them a lot longer. They trail just past the body now, but they look so much better. I'm going to insert a video of me wearing it because it's going to be easier to see, but as you can see, they go all the way to my hands and it's exactly what I wanted. Really sort of slouchy jumper, long sleeves, very warm aesthetic and very cozy. That is what I wanted. For the life of me, I cannot understand why I bound off with them so short. I think I did what the pattern said to do, and I should have tried it on and just realised they're way too short before I did the ribbing. So it was what it was, but I fixed them now and it's ready to go when the weather finally changes, which I sort of can't wait for. I'm ready for it to be cold again. It's my natural setting. This is winter weather because I love wearing wool. And yeah, what was great is I did have enough yarn left to completely reknit the sleeves from where I cut them. I was originally going to graft the ribbing back on. It did not look great. I was really unhappy with how it looked. I did want it to look seamless, and I just thought, do you know what, I have enough yarn, let's just reknit the entire cuff. I'll add the length on, we'll redo the ribbing, and I did that for both. So happy I decided to do that because they do look, it looks really, really seamless. The ribbing is still looking great. I did block just the parts of the sleeves that I would reknitted. I was not going to reblock the whole jumper. It's very, very big. But I think it worked out well, and I think you sort of can tell. I think this is where I knit from. Don't know if my gauge was slightly bigger. I'm not too concerned. I'm going to wear it. It's not like you can massively see the difference. I think only knitters or like people who make clothes would be able to tell. So I'm like, it's not a problem, but I think it was about here where I picked up. And as you can see, I can't believe how much length I actually added in the end. So I think in total I added 6 inches to where the sleeve originally ended. So if you take if you subtract the ribbing length, I added 6 inches and then I redid the ribbing. So in total I reknitted 8 inches because the ribbing came to about 2 inches. So yeah, big alteration, but I got it done. It took me forever. I cannot believe sorry. I cannot believe how long it took me to reknit sleeves, or even just cuffs. But it took me a long time, but I did it. So the yarn for the Busan that I had left over and was lucky enough to use up was Gepard Woolia. The yarn that I had left over, which I was able to use to knit up, was of course the yarn that I also used for the sweater itself. Gepard Woolia in the colour Charcoal, and I held that together with Knitting for Olive's Soft Silk Mohair in the colour Midnight. And I have mentioned it before, but I do absolutely adore this shade of black. I love it. It's like a dusty black, like coal. That's what it makes me think of, and I love it. It's such a gorgeous shade. It's not too dense. Like for instance, when you're knitting with it, it's okay. Well, I found it okay, but I like to live dangerously in my knitting, as we know. So if you want to try it out for yourself, do so. In regards, I did like the Busan pattern overall. Yeah, lovely pattern. I do actually really, really love the sweater. I'd just say going forward, if anyone wanted to take my advice, that would be just always check your sleeve lengths. Give it a try on, you know, if you can. See where it's sitting on the arm, because even if you have like a really oversized jumper, it doesn't mean that it's going to meet your exact measurements. That's something I've learned from this. So that's something I'll be doing in the future, is just try it on, see it, even if the pattern says sleeve to this length, you know, just always consider, is that the desired length that I want for my sleeves? Because I wish I'd done it, it would have saved me a bit of time. And I had the yarn, so it wouldn't have been a problem to make them longer at the time, so there we go. But that is my Busan, and now she's officially finished and I can wear it properly when the weather gets colder. Okay, next up I have something I love, and I finished it in time to film. Well, I actually finished it because I got so ill that I was just spending so much time in bed, so I decided I'm gonna finish my jaunty, and it is so beautiful. Look at these colours. I cannot get over my colour changing yarn. Okay, sorry, so officially this is the Jaunty Shawl by Drea Renee Knits, and I used Lottie Knits Moody Rainbow Part 3 and 4 from her Little Sock Marl. Little Marl, I never get this name right. Little Bird Marl Sock. in the colours Moody Rainbow Part 3 and 4, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. You can see where I changed obviously, but I actually still feel it's really, really lovely the way that my colours moved, and I've got it right on the point, which I just love, and it is so gorgeous and soft. It blocked out really interestingly because it felt a little more plusher before I blocked it, and because the colours were sort of so dark. I'm gonna look my colour repeat. I absolutely love this. Sorry, I'm totally like going off a tangent, but look at how the colours spread in this set of this at this gauge when it got to a certain point. So it's repeating, and then it does this amazing thing where it looks like an animal stripe on the colour. Can you see? I absolutely loved this. I have the same on the other side. So when it got to a certain repeat, it did this, and I just loved it. I thought this was so cool. Buy colour changing yarn. You'll have a lot of fun with it. But, sorry, I was in the middle of saying something else. Oh, blocking. So it was really, really plush when I was knitting it, and so I did block it. I used a colour catcher sheet because I was worried that the colours might bleed because they were so rich. They didn't, it was fine. What I normally do is when I block something, I will drain the water from the tub that I use just a clear plastic box. I clear the water from that, and then I'll put it in my washing machine and I'll just drain and spin. And I don't know if it's because I did that or if it made a difference, but it's come out sort of light and really airy, which I don't mind. I kind of love that for a shawl. That's what you want. You don't want it to be too heavy. So I was happy with that. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to block out sort of this just nicely, and I've got really lovely definition with this broken rib. It just looks lovely. So happy with it. I will put a video on of me styling it and wearing it. Again, the weather's too warm to wear it out, so many more pictures will come of me wearing it, I'm sure, when I get a chance to actually wear it out and the weather is a little bit colder. It's hard being a knitter in the summer. I'm sure all of you can relate. Okay, that's all of my finished object. Next up I'm going to be talking about my works in progress. Okay, so first up, you know she had to be returned because she's so lovely. My Rainbow Raglan has not had much progress. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. I talked about it a lot last time. I'm going to tell you the yarns and then I'm going to tell you what I've done progress wise. The yarns I'm using for this self-drafted Rainbow Raglan are Noodle Soup Yarns Yak Sock base. The main colour, the teal blue, is called Disphotic Zone, and then for the Raglan colour repeat I have used a set of 10 20-gram minis in the colour Rainbow Jewel set. And it is beautiful, and also a big thank you to anyone who left me a comment, whether it be here on YouTube or on Instagram, about what I should do in regards to working the design detail of a slip stitched line down the centre, and of course in the back, which you can really see it there. I have carried on the line into the body, which is here. I'm hoping, I don't know what's happening with my lighting. The sun's gone away. I have carried it on, and I don't really know if you can see it. There we go. Do you see? There it is. It is there. This needs blocking like crazy. Oh my god, it's awful. It's been folded up in my bag because I did finish the body, and I even cast it off, and I was really happy with the length. It is cropped, sort of like a tee. It's not very long in the body, but that's what I wanted. I did say in the past, like, the yoke had gone so far down central that by the time I did short rows, to level out the fabric, it was already like past my ribs, like on my body, so I was like, there's not going to be so much to do in the body, and there wasn't. I did finish it quite quickly, and then I tried it on and I was like, I love this length, and I'm just looking. My camera overheated and you can't really blame it. So as I was saying, I was trying it on once I'd finished the length, and I was looking at it and I really liked the sleeves at the length that they were. Now, technically, to finish the colour repeats, I have another 10 rows in this grey colour, you can see there, to do on the sleeves. So the sleeves finished on the green, and I need to go back and add in the grey. But I was thinking, once I'd done that, maybe I could just leave it as it is and bind it off and leave it as a t-shirt, because the original plan was to go to full length sleeves. I'm gonna pop in a picture of it on just so you can see what I mean. Like, I think it'd be really nice as a tee, and I don't know what to do about my raw edges, because like I could put ribbing on the collar and then I could do ribbing on the sleeves, but I don't know if I kind of like it how it is. It looks nice. It just looks like a lovely like knitted t-shirt, and so I don't know what to do again. So I put it away and I started 2 other things because I'm still at a loss. So if you have any ideas, again, thank you everyone who's also taken an interest in it, because every step it's been like, what do I do next? And so it was really nice to get some feedback, but I don't know what people would think. It looked really comfortable as a tee, so more thinking to do there. Next up, I have something I haven't actually started, it's just an idea. So if you've watched any previous episodes, I was working on the Hornthorn tank by Boylan Knitworks, and I was using Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in the colour Putty, which is just a lovely off-white. I was knitting the top and I wanted to really work on lace, and I love the top, it's a gorgeous pattern, but I just don't think I would really wear it. I wear like t-shirts most of the time, and so I'm trying to get better at making things that I'm actually going to use and wear. And so I kept thinking about it, and I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna pull back what I've done. I hadn't done very much work on it anyway, and so I pulled back, and then I thought it'd be nice to find a lace pattern where I'd actually wear it if it was more like a t-shirt. So I was thinking about the Ranunculus. I'm going to put their name below who designed it. I'm so sorry, I'm blanking on the name. Very, very famous pattern. I mean, I know for a fact if I go to a yarn show I'll see at least 2 or 3. So I thought it was maybe time to join in, and I had it saved on Ravelry for like years, and so I was thinking it is lovely, and I think it'd be really lovely made in the pure silk. I did go on projects on Ravelry and somebody had already used pure silk to make it, so I was like, okay, it's not too far off the mark, and I swatched. I was thinking of holding the pure silk double, just because I wanted a thicker gauge, but because it's silk it's still going to be sort of lightweight, it's not going to make it heavy as a fabric, which I sort of liked. And then I had an idea, maybe I could hold either part of the top, maybe just the lacework, or the whole top with this. So I'd hold this together with the pure silk, and this is Make It Blumchen, I think I'm saying that right, by Rico Design, and it's a very fun yarn. It's like a fashion yarn, and it has these flower shaped sequins attached to the yarn strand itself. And I have this, I have it in a white, but I also have 2 in purple, and I have enough here as well as the pure silk to make the t-shirt version of the Ranunculus. I won't be doing sleeves, but I'm fine with that. Like I said, I wanted a t-shirt, and I think the purple yarn would give it a really nice sort of purple hue, maybe like a bit of like a purple shadow to the top. I don't know. I'm going to have to cast on and see what happens and see if I like it when it's working up. But I think it would make a really lovely summer top. And yes, I know I'm late to my summer projects, but I knit in the seasons I'm in. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to fire through the next few because my camera keeps telling me that it's too warm. So, first up, I have this very fun looking piece of fabric. This is going to be a little top. I'm going to show in a picture kind of the style that I'm going for. I'm freehanding it again, and so this is just like a little summer top with little ties at the top when I make my I-cords, but right now I'm just working on the first part of the body. I'm going to do the front and then the back, and I'll seam them together. I did include a little ruffle when I first started this project. This is Knitting for Olives merino cotton in the colour Blueberry Ice Cream, and it's very lovely purple colour. And then the main fabric is Serdar's Jewel Spun in the colour Jewel Spun with Wool in the colour Mother of Pearl, and it is, the colour repeat on this is just absolutely gorgeous. It's so rainbowy and fun. I think once this piece is finished, it'll be really lovely to layer over like a white t-shirt and some jeans. It's very summery and fun, and I just like making things with rainbows now. Apparently that's what I like to do. Next up, I have just the very beginning of a little pair of socks. These are going to be the Sleepyhead socks, and I just absolutely love this shade of pink, or I don't know if you'd call it a red. Feels more pinky. The yarn I'm using is Whitbarrow Alpaca with Merino, a yarn that's from the Lake District. I got this yarn when I was at Textile back in March, Textile Manchester, and it is 45% Peruvian alpaca, 35% Falklands merino wool, and 20% mulberry silk, which is just lovely. It's so soft to the touch, and I think it's going to make a lovely pair of slouchy socks. But I cast these on like a couple of days ago, so not a lot of progress. Something else I also started a couple of days ago is this. Oh, this looks so cool on camera. So right now it's just this piece of fabric. I'm going to put an inspo picture up. So I'm just making a little crochet vest. It's just basically treble and miss one. It's very simple, making this lovely grid effect in the fabric. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous yarn. I'm using Sandnes Garns. I don't know if it's Shisu or Sisu, but that's what I'm using in this gorgeous red colour. 4219, what a lovely name. So that's the colour that I'm using. I got this ages ago at a show. I got about 4 of them, so I'm hoping it's going to be enough to do the vest. I haven't even finished the first skein and I've already gotten this far, so I'm hopeful. This is the bottom of the body, so it's going to be working up, and I think I might just do some I-cord ties, and if I have enough yarn left I may do a ruffled edge, or maybe like a ruffle on the armholes. We'll see. I'll see what I have left. Again, it's experimental. So next up are my acquisitions. I'm sorry if this bag is in. I'm going to take them out and leave the bag. That's what I'm going to do, because it's going to make a noise and I don't want a noise. Okay, so I have 5 yarns to show, and it's quite exciting because they're all new. I've never bought these yarns before, and they were actually a part of a mystery bundle. So I purchased a mystery bundle from the Yarn Archive. I've been following her on Instagram for a while, and I came across a reel where she talked about what she stocks in her online yarn shop, and I was very intrigued, and I had to go onto the website to see what they were like. So these yarns are all from the Asian yarn market, coming out of China, Japan and Korea. And so all the yarns are the yarns that you would find in those local yarn shops over there in Asian countries, and she is based in the UK, and the idea is that you can shop these yarns here in the UK, and this way you are not having to spend loads on shipping and stuff like that, which I thought was just so interesting. You know me, if you've been here before, I love a new yarn. I love it. I love fibre. I love learning about different brands. Sorry, I mean learning about different fibres, but I also like different brands. But I just love seeing what else is out there and trying something new. And so I went on the website and I looked around and I liked quite a few things, and then I saw that you could get the mystery bundle. You could buy the mystery bundle in either 5 balls or 10. I went with 5 just to dabble and to see what I got. They are all really lovely and all quite different, but I'm actually thinking it would be fun to make something with all of them. And so I'm going to give you some ideas of what that might be. So I love this sort of crochet style garment when you just do like a different stitch every row. I think they're lovely. They're very, very famous. We've seen a lot of patterns like this like go viral. But I was thinking I'd love to do like sleeves and just like a sleeve set rather than like a top or a vest or a cardigan, because I only have so much to work with. And so I was like, let's go with sleeves. It'll build really quickly and then maybe we'll have enough to actually finish, because I don't want to run out, because I don't really want to turn it to like into this huge project where I have to keep buying more. I want to just use what I got and see what I like and see what I can take away from it. So I'm going to show you the yarns now. So first up I have one by Nikki Victor Child, and it's called Melody. This is a lovely wool. It's 100% wool. This is the colour 305. This lovely roving yarn with a twist and a different, twisted with 2 colours to make this lovely variegated colour. It's 30 grams at 82 metres, so we'll see how we work out with that one. Next up, the other 4 that I got are all from a company called Hamanaka, and it's amazing because all the labels are like in Japanese, which is like so fun. So I love that, because you still have, like for instance, it still says that it's 25 grams and 100 meters. So as long as I have that, I'm good to go. I'm totally fine. And on the website, she does tell you more about the yarns, and they have told you that this is like what they're made of and stuff, so you get the information on the website, and so it doesn't necessarily matter that you don't have everything on the label. But the next one, sorry, this is the first one from Hamanaka, and this is a lovely mohair and acrylic blend, and it's a lovely colour once my camera wants to focus. That's a fun one. And then I have this, a Merry F Lame, and this is a really fun one because this is blended with glitter, which come on, there we go, which in the past I haven't really been drawn to. So as I was saying, I've not really been a fan of glitter in yarn in the past, but I am going to try it out. I'm going to see what it's like. It feels lovely and soft as a fibre. This one again is 30 grams at 127 meters. So I'm going to see how I get on. These would be really brilliant like Christmas yarns, you know, Christmassy yarns where they sort of like have like tinsel in them. It's fun. So, but also lovely, lovely, lovely dark purple colour. My camera does not want to focus. There we go. Because I did get to choose a colour palette, which is very important. When I got the mystery bundle, you could choose different colours, and it had purple, green and blue all together. So obviously I went for that one because purple. But the next one I have is Summer Drops. Here we go. I'm so sorry about my camera not focusing properly. Summer Drops. It's this lovely blue and green blend twisted with white. and this is 30 grams at 115 meters. I think this one is going to be a lot of fun to work up, especially in crochet. And then last but certainly not least is this one. This is really, really cute. Look at how adorable this label is with these flowers and these little critters. I think it looks like an elf. It's so cute. Load. And this is 25 grams, 92 meters, and it's lovely. I think this is a really pretty wool when it wants to load. Come on. Lovely blue colour. It's lovely. So all of them together are very fun. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do some crochet with them and see what I make. That is all of my acquisitions that I have to share today. Thank you so much for watching my podcast episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And once you've subscribed, click the little bell. That way you'll know when I'm posting next. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.